Hello, my name is Terry. This video will cover our Tri-County truck stop ghost hunt investigation of March 20th, 2021. During this video, there are three types of voices that will be heard. The first are coming from the ghost boxes, which sweep radio frequencies at high rates of speed. The second are EVPs, which are voices that can only be heard on the playback of the audio recording. And the third are disembodied voices. These are voices that can actually be heard by the human ear. When we first started investigating this site back in 2006, the bar area seemed to be dominated by the ghosts of former people who worked at this bar area or the building itself. In recent years, new ghosts have appeared at the bar area. These are truckers and prostitutes. In the early years, back in 2006, we never encountered these ghosts, but now they're more prevalent than ever. We don't know why this has switched and that these personalities seem to have emerged. These two groups of ghosts interact with each other mostly and only occasionally interact with us. They did, however, correctly answer the box test question, which is highly unusual for them. They told us that one of the contents of one of the boxes was money, which was correct.
Can you tell me what's inside?
During this investigation, I conducted the box test. This is when I put objects inside a box and I asked the ghosts what's inside the boxes. On this occasion, they got one of the objects dead on. They repeatedly said on several occasions the word money, which is correct. I had a British £1 note inside the box. I also had an Indian arrowhead. What's interesting is none of the spirits identified this object, and I'm trying to figure out why they had no problem repeatedly saying the word money, to the point to where they were actually getting a little annoyed at having to repeat themselves because we were only occasionally hearing the replies, whereas the other object, the arrowhead, none of them brought up. Apparently they were unable to see it, or for some reason they didn't want to mention it, but I can't figure out why.
Do you see the box I'm holding? Yes. I heard that. Can you tell me what the contents of it is? I want to see if you have the ability to see inside boxes. She's taking a picture of the wall. Money. Can you see her shadow?
It's in money.
Shadow. It's like a carrot like that.
I heard nickel. Yeah, nickel, money, coins, all stuff.
I'll show you the first one here. It's a British pound note. No, is that? I was standing all the way over here. Got that one. Nowhere near her. I heard it said money. Can you tell me the contents of the box?
That's what I know.
Did he just say that's what I've done?
I said that's what I know.
Can you show yourself so we can see? October. Do you have a problem showing yourself? I thought I heard it say in the history of the
I conducted a new test where I have the sound of running water in the background. I've had success at this at other investigations when I wanted to enhance EVPs. It seems to make it much easier to hear these voices. But during this occasion we had the ghost box running, and the sound of the running water seems to make the speaker more difficult to hear. So in future investigations I will run one or the other at an individual point in time, because running them both at the same time just seems to make it more difficult to hear the ghost box.
Can you tell us who you are? Yeah, he was talking about an accident. Was it inside or outside the building? How many years have you been here?
I heard 7.
7 or several. Yeah, I did something similar.
This is the only clip where I captured something from the 3 rooms that are behind the curtain on the western side of the building. You'll hear an EVP voice telling us to scat. One of the ghosts didn't want us in there and was hinting that they wanted us to leave.
Ready, Steve? Oh. Ask her. Okay, it takes a second. Oh.
Now where the curtain?
All of the following groups of clips are from the basement area.
They've been complaining upstairs about things being drained. They said the audio was tapped out almost immediately. See it flickering? It just said basement. What was that? Have you ever had the audio drop out like that?
Throughout the night, we'd experienced numerous pieces of equipment subject to battery failures, and that's what I chalked up to why the speaker in the basement cut out. But what happened next was what was fascinating. During this silent passage, a disembodied voice of a woman saying "help me" was heard by 3 groups of people down in the basement. What's even more bizarre is when I went to review the audio, the voice of this woman saying "help me" is saying something completely different from what I had heard and the other people.
Is that the noise canceling doing that? Did someone just say help me? No one over there said help me? Note to camera, check for a voice. That is the weirdest thing. I heard a voice during that quiet period. You heard it too?
I heard it.
So you heard it too. But you didn't hear the voice saying help me over there?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, no, here's what I'm thinking. It turned the speaker off so we could hear it say help me, and then it let the speaker go back on. Yes. It turned it off so we could hear it. Because if the speaker had been on, we wouldn't have been able to hear it. It shut it off so we would be able to hear it.
two yeses. The second one seemed to come from the speaker, but the first one didn't.